Hey man, it's Grimy back with another video, and today I'm gonna be showing y'all the top 5 best ISO builds in my opinion. So yeah, let's get right into it. Now before we get into the builds, I'm gonna need y'all to drop a like on the video. If you're new to the channel, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and yeah. So now for the first build, the best build, like the best all-around build, ISO build in my opinion, is the pure play chart. Like pure play chart, you can get many variations of builds. Like you can get slasher, slash and playmaker, whatever. But the most common name is the slash and playmaker. Slash and playmaker is one of the best builds in the game. It's a very cheesy build. I'm not gonna lie. If you're not really a dribbler like that, like, you know, actually trying to dribble on it, it's a very cheesy build. Like it low-key takes no skill just because of like the vertical on it, and it's fast, it can dunk, it can do it, like it can do it all. But if you're playing somebody who don't really dribble like that and just hop step all game, it can get very, like, you know, aids to guard. But still, but no. This is the way I made my slash and playmaker. Like the way I made him is a very goated way. I could have probably made him better, just a little bit more better. But the way I made him, I put I gave him 10 finishing badges. See, I got 10 finishing, 13. I know I could have went more on the shooting, but I didn't think, like, you really don't need a lot of shooting that much. Like if you know how to shoot, you really only need about 8 or 9 shooting badges. Or maybe even 10, but you don't need a lot of shooting badges. But I got 13 shooting badges. Now for playmaking, I really don't like. I wouldn't suggest getting 27 playmaking just because it's like, I don't feel like you need 27, especially if you don't play Pro-Am or something. There's no need for 27 playmaking. Like some people even get 30 playmaking. You don't need that much playmaking. There's only like 5 badges that you need to ISO. So it's really no need for playmaking. Playmaking badges is kind of like, you know, like if you're not playing Pro-Am, then there's no point. I wouldn't suggest it, but if you do, that's on you. But this is the way I made my slash and playmaker, because I didn't know, like, you know, it was my first build. So, and for defense, one of my main things that I like about this build is that it can get a lot of defense. Like some people make the build with like 1 defensive badge, or they'll just make it with, you know, like 8 defensive. No, you can get 10 defensive badges on this build, and it's not even a 2-way. Like 10 defensive badges on a non-defensive build. That's goated. So 10, 13, 27, and 10. Now, the way I would have made my slash and playmaker, I would have put the pass accuracy down just to get 20 playmaking badges. I would have probably got more shooting for 14, or I would have probably got 11 defensive and 11 shooting. That right there, that's a valid badge count. That's probably better than my slash and playmaker. But yeah, 10, 27, 10, 13, 27, and 10. That's not a bad badge count either. So yeah, so for the purpose of this video, we're just gonna go 27 playmaking badges. So, oh shit, alright, so yeah, so now for the body shape, that don't matter. Now I would suggest going 6'5", just because at 99 you will be able to get contact dunks. So I will go 6'5", that's how I made mine. 6'6" is also good. A lot of people, they made their build 6'6". 6'6" is not bad at all, because you can, you know, still do everything. You have an 89 ball control and all of that. So 6'6" ain't bad, but I go 6'5" just because I wanted the contact dunks at 99. So 6'5" is a good weight. Good height. Now for the weight, you can go lowest, max. Now what I do most of my builds, I go max weight just because weight doesn't affect your speed. So why not? You know, you wanna, like, I go max weight for the strength, just so I can guard centers or whatever. And, you know, I just don't get babied. But I went lowest weight on this build, and I went lowest wingspan. Max wingspan is very goated on this. If you go max wingspan, you can get lockdown takeover with this build. A A lot of people started doing that now, going max wingspan with the pure play chart, so they got lockdown takeover, and they got the name slasher. It's not bad either. As long as you know how to shoot with a 72 3-pointer, it's just as good. And this is also kind of like a two-way slashing playmaker, you know. So yeah, it's a very good build. But I went lowest wingspan, so you get a 78 3-pointer, and at 99 you would have an 82 3-pointer. 82 3-pointer on a non-shooting build with gold shooting badges. That's deadly, bro. And yeah, now for these takeovers, playmaking is trash. If I'm being honest, it's trash. Playmaking takeover is one of the worst takeovers in this game. You barely break ankles regardless, so you know. And when you do get the animation, it's not even like, you know, all of that, because you can only get an ankle breaker off of like 1 or 2 moves, and the main move is the snatchback. Nobody feels like doing 20 snatchbacks in a possession to get 1 ankle breaker. And not only that, you don't get playmaking takeover until the end of the game, so it's really useless. Shot creating takeover, I wouldn't suggest it. It's not bad, but unless that's your playstyle, I wouldn't put it on. Slashing takeover is honestly the best takeover for this build. In this game, slashing takeover is the best, but for this build, slashing takeover is the best takeover. So yeah, that's the slashing playmaker. See, so let's move on to the next one. Now for the second build, I'm pretty sure y'all know. Like, a lot of y'all might disagree with the first one. You know, the placement, whatever. This is how I think it is. Like, BP build. Now, BP build. Y'all know the BP build. Inside out playmaker, floor space and slasher, whatever. You can get many different names with it. I think it's like 13 different names you can get with this chart. But this is another goated build. One of the best builds in the game. Like, hands down, it's top 3 best builds in the game. No matter what place you have it at, top 3 best ISO builds in the game. It's deadly, bro. I'm telling you, it's deadly. It's deadly. I would suggest this build a lot to most of y'all who's watching this video. I would suggest it because this build is a lot of fun. Like, but so for this build, the way I messed up on mine. I only got 10 finishing. This build, you can get 15 finishing. You can get a max of 21, but nobody's putting their post hook and standing dunk up because, you know, why not? And plus, 15 is just good enough. But you can get 15 finishing badges. You can get 21 shooting badges, but 20 shooting badges is all you really need in this game. Pass accuracy. See, now for playmaking, like I said, with the pure play chart slashing playmaker, you don't need a lot of playmaking. On this build, you really don't need 13 playmaking. You really probably need like 11, just because it's on this build you only get gold playmaking badges regardless, so it's no point of going past 13. But and for defense, I'm gonna give y'all a warning. You're not gonna be strapping people up in the paint. Like, you know, in the paint it's kind of sweet, but on the perimeter, yeah, you're gonna have good defense. Like, the defensive stats are pretty high for this build, so you get 8 defensive badges. You can put the rest of these points on whatever you want. Interior, I would suggest interior, just so you know, have that on there. But yeah, 15, 20, 13, and 8. Now, the way I made mine, I think I got 16 playmaking badges, because at that time I made my like inside out early, so I didn't know that you didn't need that many playmaking badges, so I got 16. But yeah, so for the weight, you can best height for this build, either 6'4" or 6'1". 6'4" is low-key the best one for this build, just because you can get the speed boost faster. 6'3", I think if you go minimum wingspan, it'll take you like one shot to speed boost, or you just need to be 96 overall. But 6'4", I go 6'4" for the height. That's what a lot of people make theirs. 6'4" is the best height for this build. Lowest wingspan and lowest weight. See, you get the 83 ball control, and then at 98 overall, you'll be able to speed boost off rip. But if somebody got 4 general silver, then you're good. And now for takeover, like I said, with the shot creating takeover wouldn't be bad with this build, just because you get the Hall of Fame shooting. But like, only if that's your playstyle, then I would suggest it. Sharpshooting takeover and slashing takeover with this build, hands down, best takeovers for this build. I got sharp takeover on my inside out, and it's deadly. So yeah, you see you get the name offensive threat, but like I said, you get a bunch of different names for this build. It's a very goated chart. I would suggest this build to a lot of people if you don't already have it. But yeah, so let's get right into the next build. All right, now third best build, in my opinion, like, it's, yeah, we gonna, this, to me, in my opinion, this is the third best. Like, this probably takes the most skill to ISO with, like, well, not ISO, but dribble with, just because, like, you don't have the finishing badges like that. And yeah, but it's the playmaking shot creator, offensive threat, 3-point playmaker, whatever you want to call it. This is, in my opinion, the third best build in the game. So a lot of people make theirs with like one finishing badge. Yeah, like, you're not really, like I said, you're not really gonna get a lot of finishing. You still get park dunks at 70. You're gonna get a 70 driving dunk, but I don't really like one finishing badge, so that's why I don't have this build. But a lot of people, it's a goated chart, don't get me wrong. Now, again, I would get 20 shooting, because like I said, you don't need a lot of shooting. 20 playmaking, just enough to get 20. And for the defense, this is another build, like, you can get a lot of defense on it, but don't expect to strap people in the paint, because it's not happening. I'm sorry, it's not happening. You can get, a lot of people get 9 defensive badges. You can get up to like, what, 10? Yeah, you can get 10 defensive badges, and this ain't even a build for defense, but 1, 20, 20, and 10, that's looking something scary, bro. Like, if you got good defense on the perimeter, then yeah, it's gonna you're gonna be strapping people. Now, for the height, 6'5". I know y'all see the ball control go down, but if we're being real, you don't even need to like dribble. If you dribble, then you don't need 86 ball control. A lot of the moves you can do it without 86. I think you need like a 70 ball control just to like do most of the dribble moves. Like, you can hit the 18 half spin. You can do all of that. All of those dribble moves you can do. Lowest weight. You can go lowest wingspan or you can go max wingspan, but I would say go lowest wingspan if you want to see boost off rip. And now, like, remember what I keep saying for the takeovers. For takeovers, it don't really matter. I would say pick sharp, and you get the name playmaking shot creator. Like, this is another chart. You can get a bunch of different names: off threat, play shot, 3-point playmaker, and yeah. So let's move on to the next one. All right, so now for this one, I don't like. It hurts me to say it, but it's the two-way slashing playmaker, two-way slasher, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a big fan of these builds because it's like, they don't take a lot of skill. Like, they do not take no skill whatsoever. Probably the most least skilled build in the game. Or you can do, like, you know, it's hop step galore. It's, you know, you get the gold finishing, and then you get the Hall of Fame defense. So I don't really think, like, in my opinion, if you're a good player, you don't need Hall of Fame defense, nor do you need Hall of Fame finishing. But yeah, this build is really aged, bro. Like, it's one of the most toxic builds in the game. Like, I cannot lie. So, way you want to set it up. Now, there's two different ways to set this build up. A lot of people do it like this. They max out most of their finishing, their shooting, and they get 20 playmaking and 20 defensive. Now, like I said, I'm not a big fan of this build. So, my fault. They get 10 finishing. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of this build. I wouldn't make this build. I don't like this build whatsoever. But yeah, you see, it's not a bad build if I'm being honest. But I'm not a fan of this build at all. Like, I do not like this build. I would not make it. I know a lot of people have it just because, you know, it's following the meta, but I feel like my defense is good enough that I don't need Hall of Fame defensive badges. So yeah, but you know, if you know how to shoot, you can shoot the 67-3. And once you hit 99, it's gonna go up, of course. And yeah, like these stats, cannot lie, these stats is crazy. You can get contact dunks, speed boost, off rip. Defense is crazy, and your shooting is pretty good. And you know, you get good badges. Now, people are starting to make theirs with like 6'6" with the lowest wingspan, or you can go like Dreezy, Dreezy. Shout out Dreezy. He made his, I think he made his 6'5" with like max wingspan, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how he made his. But his is a two-way slasher. Or you can go 6'4", so you can speed boost off rip with lowest wingspan. I wouldn't suggest going lowest wingspan on this build, just because it's like, you know, this is a defensive build, so why would you go lowest wingspan? But yeah, you see, you still get a 84 ball control with the highest wingspan. But a lot of people go lowest wingspan, and then takeovers. I would choose either lockdown or slashing. I don't know why they give you shot creating takeover, because if you choose shot creating takeover for this build, I'm not gonna lie, you're a weirdo, my guy. But yeah, like these is the best takeovers for this build. Lockdown or slasher. And me personally, I'll probably go lockdown, just because I don't have a build with lockdown takeover. But yeah, you see two-way slashing playmaker. Like I said, it's not. I'm not a fan of this build. I don't really like this build, but I cannot lie, it's one of the best builds in the game. Now for the last build. It's the small forward or the shooting guard, whichever position you want to make. Me, since I have that build now, and I like, you know, seeing what it could do, I suggest going shooting guard. But you know, small forward, shooting guard, whatever. Shooting guard also gets more defensive badges, but so yeah, it's the slashing playmaker, 6'7" slashing playmaker, small forward, or mid-range playmaker, whatever you want to call it. You know, the stacks build, my mid-range playmaker, that's what it's called for me. But yeah, a lot more people starting to make this build. It's a goated build. I don't know if y'all seen the video on it. If y'all haven't, I'll leave the link to it in the description, my small forward video. But yeah, go check that out if y'all haven't seen it. But yeah, this is another build. You can get a lot of different names. Like, it's different ways to make these builds. I'll probably make a video on that, how to make the different builds, just in case. But yeah, so the way I have mine set up, I have what, five finishing badges. Yeah, I have 5 finishing badges. You really don't need like a lot of finishing on this build, being like you're 6'7" already. But I guess we'll max it out. 7 finishing badges. You really only need this much shooting badges. 9 shooting badges is just good enough. You can go 15 if you want, but to be real, that's kind of pointless. I will go for more defense. That's the one thing I messed up on my small forward. I messed up because I only gave him 8 defensive badges when I could have went 10 or maybe even 11. But yeah, so you can go 15 shooting badges. I wouldn't suggest it, so we're not gonna do that. We're only gonna put 9. You can go 23 playmaking. I think 23 playmaking gets you the name point forward, or I don't know, it's either point forward or slashing playmaker still. Now for defense, what I would do interior maxed out, so you can get a 63 interior, and then the rest, that's really optional. And yeah, you see, you get 9 defensive badges like this. Now you see, like how I've been saying throughout the video, I will go 20 playmaking badges in my opinion, so you can get the 10 defensive badges. To me, that's like for a small forward, because I don't know, 2K, they don't like small forwards. They don't like tall builds that could dribble, you know, like, so they really restricted you on what you could do this year. So you see, you can't even speed boost off rip. But like I said, you don't really need to dribble with the speed boost. If you know how to do those moves, then speed boost is irrelevant. I might make a video on a build that doesn't need to speed boost to dribble, but yeah, like, y'all let me know if y'all want to see that. And if you made it this far in the video, drop a like, and sub to the channel, bro. Like, I appreciate all my subs. You know, y'all some real ones. But yeah, so this is probably the way that I would have made my build. I would remake my small forward, but I already got my shooting guard. If you haven't seen that video either on my shooting guard, I'll leave the link for that video too. But my shooting guard is good. It's better than my small forward, just letting y'all know that. So, but yeah, this is the way. This is one of the best ways to make this. But this is another good build. You get your 6'7". You got the defense. You can shoot as long as you know how to shoot with 9 defensive badges. I mean 9 shooting badges. That's all you really need in this game. You really don't even need 9. But yeah, so 6'7". You can even go 6'8", but that will require more to speed boost. 6'7". Max weight would be, you see max weight, your speed don't even get touched. You still get an 88 speed. Strength goes up 62. But we're gonna go lowest weight. So lowest weight, and you can go lowest wingspan, speed boost off rip. Max wingspan, I think you would need to be what, like a 99? No, I'm tripping. Yeah, you only need to be like a 97 or something. I don't know. I'm kind of super right now, but yeah, you don't even need that much to speed boost or rip. But on the lowest wingspan, now you choose these takeovers. I would choose slash and takeover because if you want to be toxic, you're already 6'7", and you're gonna be bigger than most guards. Not a lot of people's gonna be able to stop you. So slash and takeover, best takeover. Like I said, best takeover in the game. So you get the name slash and playmaker. So yeah, so that's pretty much the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Follow me on Twitter @Grimey'sDespair. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.